This update has taken a little longer than I thought it was going to take to get to this point. I do have the main lines running now on this section, and what I did was had a bit of a rethink, and the reason why we're running now is because we've got two throttles. An analog throttle, which is currently hooked up to the main line with a steam loco on it, and a DCC throttle, which is hooked up to the main line with a DMU on it. You guys can see under here, what I've done is I've actually got three buses running here. A branch line bus, an up mainline bus, and a down mainline bus. There are terminations the other end too, so if I want, I can plug DCC in to the down mainline bus, down the other end there, hook that to the up mainline bus, and then here hook that to the branch bus, and it's all DCC. Or I can do as I have now and have all three running independently. What I've done is added plastic insulators to keep all three lines separate. There's a little bit of a issue is too strong a word, but I do share this line with both the up main line, plus down here it turns into the branch line. So through a couple of insulated joiners here and here, this part of the track is actually controlled by whatever I got in the branch line. So I have to control the train in here with the main line. When I get to here, make sure that I'm controlling the branch line through the same controller so that I can get to this set of points here to switch back down to the main line again. But what it will do, my goal is I can have the main lines be analog, just running straight through, and then spend my time on DCC up in the branch line, which will then connect to other parts, because there I'm going to have multiple locos. On the main lines, probably not be the case. I might actually put isolating switches on these passing sidings so that I can actually dead section so that I can park trains in it. But a fair amount of time with the track rubber to get the whole thing cleaned off, at least to the point now where I got some trains running. So maybe this weekend I'll do a running session. I've got to make sure all of the point work and track work here is working as expected. I have drilled holes under each of the points here for the point motors underneath. I want to make sure it's all working. Then I'm going to ballast it, as I did here, and once the ballast's in place, then I'm going to put the point motors on. That 4 foot by 2 foot section I did, where I had the point motors in and then I ballasted afterwards, was a nightmare to get the points to work properly. They still don't work the way I want them to work. I'm getting derailments, the throw bar's not going over far enough. So this time I'm going to try a different approach with this. That's why I did that section as a test section. And once all of that's done, and only then am I going to start gluing the platforms down. Now what I might do scenery wise in the interim is this whole section here is going to be tarmacked. So I do have some woodland scenics, smooth paste to create paved areas, and I got some of the asphalt and concrete color as well, so I'm going to use that and do this whole area here. So this will be a hard stand. I might even make this a hard standing, maybe not because I've got points in it. there's supposed to be a goods shed over this line, covered goods shed. I can't remember where I was going to put it now, whether I was going to put it this end or was I going to put it in the middle. Space will dictate. Actually, it's going to have, the only place I can put it now is down this end. I might have to rethink. Anyway, that's the plan. That's where we're at, and we'll see what happens this weekend. I'm so far behind Simon's shed. Your updates are great, and in fact everybody's. Tinsley Traction's well overtaken me with progress. I'm really feeling the pressure now to knuckle down, get the track sorted, and get the scenery going. And then I've also had a rethink on the platform area here. I am going to go, as many others have, with a station that's over the tracks about here. I'm going to model it on Bromley South Station. That's my local station. Was past tense many years ago. Not happy with this whole idea of putting some pathetic little platform station building on the platform. So it'll be steps going down here to this platform, and then some steps down the other end, bridging between the two platforms. I'm thinking is what I'm going to end up settling on. Definitely don't want to put the station here because it's just going to cover up too much point work. I deliberately had these points be under the table points versus surface mounted ones. I'm using the surface mounted points back here where they're out of the way. So yeah, even if I come back here, I'm losing some of the station throat off into the what I'm claiming in the history of the line. For me, is that used to be just the goods area, and then preservation has taken it over, rebuilt a station on it, using it as a terminus, and it's the branch / preservation line. That's the theory behind that. Anyway, so enough blathering, and see how it turns out the weekend.